here's how we figure out if you're a Track A volunteer or a Track B volunteer. All reading pals are one of the two. Go to section 3 of your training manual to the page that looks like this. Put a big X through session 1 and a big X where it says session 2. Write Track A above session 1, Track B above session 2. When you get your Reading Pals assignment email from me, it's going to either say Track A or Track B. That only relates to whether you read books 1 through 15 or 16 to 29. It isn't necessarily tied to whether you're early in the week, late in the week, your kid's first or second session. It's just what books you read. Each child's going to have a Track A volunteer and a Track B volunteer. So the great news is you don't have to worry about someone else reading the book that you're scheduled to read with your students. So Track A volunteers are going to read books 1 to 15, once in the fall using the blue card, once in the spring using the green card. Track B volunteers will read books 16 to 29 using the blue card in the spring and the blue card in the fall and the green card in the spring. And then I'll clarify and make sure anyone has any questions. Then I will say, we also remember give books to kids to take home during the course of the school year. We usually give them out 3 times a year. United Way does provide the books, but the books will not just be given to the centers to give to the Reading Pal students. They'll actually come from you, their Reading Pal volunteer. So you'll get a chance to pick out the book that's best for your student. So we usually have typically 3 to 5 options at each site for you to choose from. So book distributions. Then also I want to point out one more thing in your training manual. Behind tab number 6 are the public school calendars. You can ignore Baker County and Clay County since we're not serving them this year. But the Duval County school calendar is there for you as well. We follow the Duval County school calendar whether you are at a private center or a public elementary school in Duval County. If you flip the page, we also have the Nassau County calendar. So if you are a Fernandina or a Callahan volunteer, you're going to follow this school calendar. So President's Day, no public school, no Reading Pals. Spring break, no public school, no Reading Pals. We follow them because typically the child care centers will have elementary school age children there during those breaks. It can be limiting for our space, and their staffing is affected by that as well. So we just take that day off. And then finally, everyone, I'm going to give you one of these map sheets. It's a list of all of the locations where we still need Reading Pal volunteers, the times of day, and about how many folks. On the back, even if I already have it, please fill out your name, your email, and your phone number. And then you're going to give me your top 3 choices for location, and then whether your mornings or afternoons, how much time you'd like to commit. And then we do have a seasonal option as well. If you have a busy spring or a busy fall, you can be a fall-only volunteer or a spring-only volunteer. Please know that of all the Reading Pals who fill this out, I have to call maybe 2 or 3 people a year because the sites and the times won't match. So know that you have a very good chance of getting one of your top 3 locations. And then typically what I'll do when I'm in training, especially later in the year, is I'll highlight particular sites where we really need people, where we're really short. So, and then I say, once you've completed your form and your site preference sheet, we are all finished for today. I'm happy to answer any questions, talk with you specifically about your schedule, availability, and locations. Please know how much we appreciate you volunteering to be in this program. We have over 10,000 VPK students in Northeast Florida, over 5,000 programs, but just about 200 folks each year who have this passion, dedication, and willingness to help kids get ready for kindergarten. Typically with the process with your fingerprints, it should take about a week or so to get you all processed and ready to start. I'll send you your assignment. Please verify that that's going to work for you, and then we will have you get started. Some of you, just so you know too, with fingerprints, if you did have a difficulty capturing the fingerprints, it may cause a delay in the program of as much as about 6 to 8 weeks. So just be aware of that as well, and I will let you know if that's the case, holding your date, time, and location, of course, until you're ready to begin with us. Thank you so much. We are so glad to have you, and we're looking forward to having a terrific year of Reading Pals. And that's how I end the program. So I will edit all these together, and then we will I hope this gives you a good overview of our training program, how we've done it so far. It is more interactive when we have an audience and we're doing more of the video clips and the bags and demonstrating different techniques to use with specific bags as well. But I hope this did give you a good overview of what the training has looked like so far for the Reading Pals program. Thank you very much.